Day 1, in which the Haruspex finds out his hometown has changed beyond recognition. Home Sweet Home welcomed me with its knives honed. What does this mean? In his letter, Father wrote that he will face a difficult trial. Or did he write, we? I don't remember. Oops. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum.
The worst is yet to come.
You hit hard for a hunchback, but whoa boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're gonna be in serious trouble. Hunchback kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle that bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. You don't need to lecture me, boy. I'm a surgeon. Oh, I saw that. You're sure good at cutting people. All reflexes. A slicer-dicer. Do you have anything I can use to stop this bleeding? Here you go. A tourniquet. It used to be my leash, but seems like you need it more. A leash? No thanks, I'd rather avoid leashes. Or do you want my collar? You could fix your leg with it. Actually, sure, hand it over. An underdog can't throw help away. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing! Bow! Blam! 3 guys dead. This ain't the right way. Ain't how we do things around here. Yeah, what's the right way then? Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit him 3 times max. Send him running, don't let him run. Oh, and let him run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you. Jeez! I'll keep that in mind.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
The one with the knife was Kirik, a leather worker. Not gonna cry for him, that guy was nuts. Is this an ambush? How long were they waiting for me? They weren't waiting for you. I think you were an accident. An accident? Is this kind of accident common around here? Sometimes. But things usually go smoothly and everyone meets the fate they were destined for. Every bullet finds its billet. So why did they jump me then? I don't know. Rumors going around that someone else got murdered tonight. Guess I should sniff around and find out. Who knows? Maybe it's true. I hope it isn't. This town's seen enough blood for one day. Well, Burakh, you're nearly dead. Got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. How do you know my name? I know everything. Part of the unfortunate job. I've got your whole journey laid out here. And what sort of journey is it going to be? It's not pretty, Burakh. Really? Why? You've been bashed on the head several times and the locals' fists are heavy, and one of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss too, and the local climate is unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart condition? My heart's too soft. Your health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days and that you didn't sleep last night, did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are critical too. I wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you first. So what's your plan? Any good advice? Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Thanks, Beakhead, but the doggy over there helped me already. What doggy, Burakh? Are you hallucinating already? There aren't any dogs here. I could use more bandages, though, if I knew where to get them. A drugstore, Burakh. You've been studying surgery for 6 years and you're just finding this out now. But it's not just about the wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's not always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. I'll figure it out. What next? Next you die anyway because the whole town will soon have it out for you. And it's got nothing to do with the 3 poor souls you've just done in. Great! Why do they hate me? My colleague over there can explain it better. That's his role. Mine is teaching you how your body works, so you don't die before you'd make it home. I don't need it. I will never die. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away a while. You probably don't even remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? I'm not a warden to anyone, much less to an irritating bird. Rude? Do you think it's smart to get cheeky at me? Don't spit into the wind, as the saying goes. Wardens, Burakh, are your family's role in the local steppe king. You are a steppe man, aren't you? Half. My father is a steppe man. Indeed, old Isidore Burakh is an exemplar of a true doctor and a true human being, if a miserable one. Do you honor your father? He's the reason I returned. He summoned me with a letter, said there was a threat. Do you know anything about it? Nothing's a threat to him anymore, trust me. Maybe dishonor, but even that's unlikely. You're a man of obligation after all, aren't you? Runs in the family. Why? Whatever. That bit's not important. Time is short. Oh, by the way, Burakh, time is important. Be careful how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. I know, a few more minutes. Your colleague already told me. Well, a little more. I intend to live to 80, no less. I will never die. You've got less than 2 weeks, Burakh. 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist, so use your time well. And hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father's waiting. I should hurry home, that's true. That's why I returned to town, after all. Be quiet! He must not hear your voice. Lean close. He only speaks in lies and wants you dead. I'll be damned. Does everyone want me dead? Do not go home, Burakh. Stay clear of home. In town, you have some friends yet, do you not? Let me guess, father is unhappy with me, isn't he? Unhappy? Far from it. Far as can be. But still, do not go home, I beg of you. Heed my words true. Avert your doom, Burakh. I am home, little man, and here I will stay. The town is yours, Burakh. May you soon find how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink through its pores, learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me should I tell you more than I can. Shut your eyes and hide under the covers then, so no one can hurt you. I met a funny dog-eared kid at the station. What was he doing here? Oh, and someone important was murdered tonight. First things first. More item descriptions to read. Alexander Saburov hoped to outlaw tourniquets in a desperate attempt to protect his Katerina from morphine addiction. What a silly idea. One can't just outlaw bands made out of rubber and leather. Stale bread is bad news. It doesn't breathe. Victor Kane never carries a watch around, but always knows the correct time down to the second. We've tested him. Can he tell by the stars? It's recently stopped. That means the owner most likely died. Yeah, I'd give it about 80% chance its owner died. The Moirai must have been in a hurry. It is said that Clara the Changeling, a thief girl who claims to be a saint, can repair any sharp object just as easily as she cures the sand pest, simply by laying her hands on it. The game goes like this. Find a nut that has travelled far, guess its name, shake it, and listen to stories from the soul trapped inside. This originated with the polyhedron. We didn't play it as kids. Clara the Deranged says that everyone has a hook to grab, but she's a manipulator. What everyone actually has is a knot to untie. Let's get started. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm in poor health. Also, town descriptions, baby! The umbilical cord connecting us to the outside world begins here. This part is for cargo. And this part is for humans. There is a grocery, and a pharmacy. I will go there first because they told me to get bandages. There is Nina's tomb. Nina Kaina the Wild has not found her resting place here. Even in death she remains passionate and restless. And Victoria's tomb. Victoria Olgimskaya the Worm has not found her resting place here. She rests across all the town streets, houses, and yards. Sorry if I'm quiet from time to time. I find it hard to concentrate on everything unless I have a plan to say something important. Well, not important, but something that I can say with actual confidence. Wanna trade? Grindstone? So relieved they brought fresh water from the springs. Otherwise we'd have to drink from the Gorkon. Gorkon water will turn you into livestock. Saw it with my own eyes. You've no sense of humour, Tener. Who'd drink from the Gorkon? Even blood would be better. So fresh spring water is good news. But I wonder how long it will last. What about water bearers? Have they left for more? Vlad the Younger manages the water bearers now, but he's a simpleton. I've even heard rumours he might be digging a well. Surely false, of course. Even someone completely incompetent wouldn't do that. Indeed. I doubt anyone in this town would be that reckless. Turn left, right, and then left. Oh! So, are they all finished over by the stake? Trial complete? What trial? Did you hit your head somewhere, big guy? Or are you just stupid? They caught a man-eater at the Bone State Lot, a clay demon from the steppe. Look, I don't have time to catch up some random idiot. Wait, where's that lot? What an idiot. I'd say you're an outsider, but you're dressed like a factory worker. That way you hit your head? The lot's in the Skinners. Get out of here, kid, before I teach you some manners myself. Hey, big fella. On your way here, did you hear anything, like a train? What train? Oh, an outsider. So, we send meat and skins to the outside world, and they send back a big old train of provisions, mostly stuff we can't make. Dad says it's like living out at sea on a faraway island. Yeah, I am a local, I already know all this. The train is already 2 weeks late. You might very well starve soon, like we've already run out of sweets. Uta bartered away all her buttons for a lump of sugar yesterday. Unbelievable. 2 weeks, that's a long time actually. Do you still have a name? What do you mean still? It will remain with me even as I die. Father threw his out. He's faceless now. Makes me kinda sad. I bet it does. Guess he did something bad. I wonder what. I don't think knowing would do you any good, but I'm curious. I would hate to lose my name. And your face, yes? Cheer up, it'll be fine. You poor thing. We still think you're good. We who? Well, Tata, Rubber, Filia, Tag, Cuckoo, Lelia, Ruffle, also Ruta and Tisha. And Capella only said good things about you. That's like a whole army. So I'm not alone. Tata brought kittens yesterday. 6. Do you want a kitten? Right, a kitten. Exactly what I need. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Step has gotten into you. Who breathes air in the fall dies before he sees it all. Nice poem. You write that yourself? If only. I'll never be that good. When did you last sleep? The circles around your eyes, the wheezing. Just observing facts. You are an outsider? Just arrived. Mom says that while twire, chickenpox, crowberry, swish, and joy all bloom, you have to sleep every 5 hours, or your head will explode. No explosions, but our brains do get less oxygen in the fall around here. Huh? You a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mum says all doctors are slacker and frauds. Even old Burakh. I'm a surgeon. Ever consider having your tongue removed? A murderer walks the streets, human or Shabnak, who knows? But our kids are outside too. Won't stay home no matter what we tell them. Why can't you just ground them? Everything's terrible. It all started with that awful tower. There's nothing we can do now. Kids do whatever they damn well please. Can't say anything to them. I mean that. Try and the words stick in your throat. They've become complete strangers to us, but what about common blood, I ask you? What about paternal love? What does this have to do with the tower? Hard to explain. The tower crushes us. Try to speak a word against it, and it's as if an invisible blade slices your vocal cords. It did something to our kids, like they're crossing a river over thin ice. And you can't follow, only call after them. How many children do you have? Me? 2 younger brothers, 12 and 15, both in the tower. Living in their own world could be good for them. At last! A crowd now gathers around my act. Sit down like that. Now watch. Death by starvation. Too busy, but speaking of starvation, have you got any food at all? I cut a man open for some dry old toast. So the good sir fancies a slice. Have one, shan't last. In half hour's time, my act resumes. Come see Death by Starvation, lads and lasses. That's okay, I'll just find another freak with toast. Wrong! You should look for freaks that trade in trash. Perhaps home-owning freaks too foolish to see as you rummage through their paltry things. I respect other people's property. That's certain, and our good audience shall their eyes soon feast upon our play. Death by starvation. Burakh, Can you now feel their hungry stares? I think I'll just go. Thanks for the toast, weirdo. You can either buy daily bread or barter for it. There's always burglary, too. Rumor has it, a bizarre creature was captured here. Don't have any bandages here. Could at least buy a tourniquet, maybe. Wish they had bandages. Oh well. Would you look at that? What's going on there? That's where the bodies are taken. Body? What body? Of today's victims. Accidental victims. What do you mean? The autumn is foul this year. People have gone mad, that's what I mean. I don't understand. Accidental. You kill him? So that's the nightmare I had. Can you imagine? Just before I woke up, I told him, "Be on your way then, Kayala. People don't kill people." What do you want, old man? I feel like I've seen you before. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Most have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears were switched, what would be right? If noses and mouths were switched, what would be fixed? That's a tough one. They'll know. Nothing to trade. Hey, Nukan! Bekara, you are a good man. Buy my bull. Why would I want a bull? It's not just any bull. It brings luck. When the time comes, it'll tell you what to do. Can it talk then? Unente, it is known. It will talk on the scariest day of your life, showing you the right way. Karalda. I'd rather not have it at all. Perhaps there won't be a scary day in my life then. That's funny logic, like you believe your own tall tale. The scary day will come if you have a bull or not. It's not his life, but yours. Take him for 200. It's a good bull, Bekara. It'll be useful to you. I don't even have a place to keep it. Pay me now and I'll bring it to your place later. There'll come a day when you'll be grateful to me. $200 for a bull. A tourniquet cost only 100. Fine, here's the money. We'll see if you keep your word. Hope we'll get to ride it around. Won't run out of stamina that way. Ooh! Awesome little guy. Ooh, I can get a pemmican for... I can get a kashk for a charm. Fuck's that noise? If you see a man, run. Men are angry today. They'll kill the likes of you and I. You think we have anything in common, a dog? We're not human. We're different. You're a worm, true, but I am human, all right. You look like a murderer. Do not delve into the town's flesh if you want to live. Keep to the outskirts, less people there. I can't. I have business at the heart of the town. They're locked shut. Won't let anyone in. Not that I object. There must be order, and so it was ordered. What are you all waiting for? Me? So you're Burakh's son, then? The one who left town so long ago? You missed him by hours. Guess it wasn't in the cards. Couldn't you have gotten here, say, yesterday? Everything would be different then. Annie waited for you so eagerly. I know, I got here as fast as I could, so where's father? Guess your best wasn't good enough. What do you mean? Old Burakh is dead. Dead? Dead. No one knows how. Rumor has it he was murdered. A load of bull. He was like a father to all of us. Who would kill him? I don't buy it. So that's who was killed tonight. The crowd's gone mad, like frightened children. So eager to catch someone, anyone, and no idea who. Some say it was an outsider, others a shabnak. When it hits home, people are quick to drag the clay wench from the depths of memory. What clay wench? A shabnak adir, a thing of steppe legends. I don't recall what it is. Earth is living. In the wake of great change, wrath, pain, fear, anxiety, all these grow in its belly, until one day it disgorges a creature of clay and dead bones. It often looks like a woman, and the longer it walks among us, the more it looks like a living person. And you think a shabnak killed my father? Well, maybe the killer was a shabnak. Who else? A person couldn't have done it. You think so? Isidore was a man. Men must not kill men, and so men do not kill men. At least not in this town they don't. Obviously they do now. Oh, but of course he wasn't killed. People are mad with grief. So they parrot nonsense. And Saburov, he's only too happy to prey on these rumors. He'll dig his claws deep into this case to flaunt his value, mark my words. Saburov, so he's in charge now? Well, yes and no. The real ruler is Fat Vlad. Money is power, and the town's business all belongs to Olgimsky. The factory, the abattoir, the railroad, all his. The kind still have the power of fear. And Saburov, well, he's technically the leader of the three. But only technically. So now he's showing off his value. Tell me about it. Obviously it isn't murder, but he's given the order to seize anyone who might be even remotely suspicious. If I were you, I wouldn't go to Saburov. Although, he did take the key, and you probably want to pay your last respects to your father. He was taken by Saburov's men. Where? No clue. People used to bring the dead to your father. You know, a doctor. How will we live now? No idea. Unbelievable. The war, the train delayed. What a terrible year. Do you even have a place to stay now? Yes, I have friends in town. 3 at least. They'll help me. Do you think they still remember you? It's been 6 years after all. Well, maybe not all of them. But someone has to, right?
They say it's healthy, but the taste is just... ugh.
Why are you covered in blood? Fell down the stairs, baby. You're an outsider. I've never seen you before, and I know everyone. Yikes, kid, why are you glaring at me like that? What I want to know is, why are you covered in blood? Haven't you seen what the streets are like? Whatever, but I'll remember you. Likewise. Nice meeting you. Shabnakadir, a clay golem of local legends, steals the shape of a young woman. Redhead Grigory Fillin, aka Brad Griff, always goads me into doing crazy stunts. We used to have a secret lair in a warehouse. Aw, yeah, stunts, baby. Can't wait. Father's dead. I was too late. Where do I go now? Lara Ravel lives by the river in a house called The Shelter. We used to be friends when we were kids. Hopefully she will at least let me sleep at her place. Ruben is my father's student, almost a brother to me. I should see him. He will help. Alexander Saburov, the town's governor, is in charge of the investigation. I remember him. A stern man. Termitary, Block 2. A behemoth bunkhouse for the Bull Enterprise workers. Closed. How? Why? Curse this air, this mind-numbing odor. What do we do now? Nothing. There's nothing more to be done. In the morning, people screamed about its step abomination, that it left no footprints and had bones for legs. But now look, it's only a girl. A step girl, but sure, alive. What bones? Can't you see plainly that it's a normal girl? Don't you know how it goes? Get her! One screams, and the rest crowd without hesitation. Especially in the night, especially with their minds intoxicated. Not everyone can think for themselves. It's easier to just do as you're told. Do people scream things like that often around here? Have you been listening, lad? I'm telling you, this is the first time. The world must be coming to an end. I can't believe my eyes. A Shabnakadig always steals the form of a woman, but that's a mere illusion, broken the moment it starts to run. That's when you notice the legs, made of bone or clay. It leaves no trace behind. When it runs, the illusion dissolves like a smell carried away on the wind. You're chasing step demons, huh? A little seasonal lapse of sanity? You must be an outsider. If you'd lived here as long as I have, you'd sing a different tune. Here, the earth is alive. It bears more than just crops. Sometimes it spits out a horror so unfathomable, you spend the whole night sleeping in fits and starts. Plain bones cultivate a beast. People don't kill other people around here. Only a Shabnak would do that. I'm a local.